As twilight descends and shadows creep, Australia's eerie past rises from the depths, beckoning the brave and the curious to explore its spookiest corners. From abandoned asylums to ghostly mansions, join us as we unveil the top 15 haunted houses that pulse with untold stories and restless spirits waiting for you to uncover their chilling secrets. Dare to enter. One, Monte Cristo Homestead, New South Wales. Deep within the sprawling bushland of New South Wales lies the Monte Cristo Homestead, a Victorian masterpiece, drenched in the shrouds of its grim past, whispered about in hushed tones among locals who dare to tread too close. Often celebrated as Australia's most haunted house, this eerie estate has become synonymous with tragedy, its blood-stained walls harboring secrets that make the very air thick with dread. Built in the late 19th century by the wealthy Cristo family, the very foundations of Monte Cristo are rumored to absorb untold anguish, marking the site as a nexus of lost souls and restless spirits. The legends are relentless. Local lore insists that the ghost of Mary Cristo, who met a tragic end in a fire, roams the hallways searching for her missing child, while rumors of spectral children playing in the garden send shivers down the spines of those brave enough to visit after dusk. Numerous accounts detail a host of horrifying occurrences: the sudden drop in temperature, shadows that flicker when no one is present, and whispers echoing through the empty rooms. Skeptics are drawn to the homestead's unsettling nature, trying to rationalize the apparitions and unexplainable phenomena with science. Yet many who enter cannot shake the feeling of being watched. The house was also the tragic site of a number of untimely deaths, accidents, and even violence, all of which contribute to the pervasive atmosphere of despair that seems to linger in every corner. Paranormal investigators have flocked here hoping to document the unexplained, yet they often leave with a chilling sense of foreboding, their equipment fraught with inexplicable readings that validate the dark tales. Consider this your warning. Curiosity may ignite a desire to explore this haunted past further, but the darker the history, the more relentless the spirits lurking within those walls. Entering the Monte Cristo homestead may merely be an adventure to the unwary, yet one cannot ignore the tales of those who met a fate far worse than mere chill. The very essence of the house cradles whispers of warning that reverberate well beyond its antique gates. 2. Clarendon House, Tasmania. In the heart of Tasmania, where mist drapes itself over the rolling hills and the air hangs heavy with secrets, stands Clarendon House, a once majestic Georgian estate steeped in a suffocating air of melancholy. Built in the 1830s by pastoralist James Cox, the house now sits in eerie silence, a hollow shell echoing the laughter of the long dead. Locals whisper of strange happenings, unexplained sounds, ghostly figures gliding through the overgrown gardens, and the chill that descends even on the warmest summer night. Many have reported feeling an unseen presence, the weight of sorrow thick upon them as they tread the worn corridors echoing with history. As the home of a wealthy landowner, Clarendon was bustling, yet its rapid decline after Cox's death led to whispers of misfortune, financial ruin, familial strife, and the ensuing decay of a glorious home. The most haunting tale is that of Cox's beloved daughter, Mary, who died tragically at a young age under mysterious circumstances. Her anguished spirit is said to roam the grand halls, forever searching for a way to reclaim the happiness that slipped through her fingers. Visitors often claim to feel her presence, an icy breath upon their necks, or see her spectral figure on the staircase, eternally tethered to her childhood home, forever weeping over lost dreams. This heart-wrenching narrative weaves itself into the very foundation of Clarendon House, leaving a chill in the bones of those daring enough to step inside. So, if you ever find yourself amidst the shadows of this hauntingly beautiful estate, tread carefully. The echo of sorrowing souls may still linger here, reminding the living of the beauty, pain, and unending longing that lives within these crumbling walls. Entering Clarendon might be an invitation to confront not only the past, but the layered, complex sadness that binds spirit and home in an eternally restless embrace. 3. Brough House, New South Wales. Nestled among the dense, whispering eucalypt forests of New South Wales stands Brough House, an imposing relic of the 19th century that looms more as a monument to despair than as a testament to fine architecture. Its decaying walls, shrouded in a thick mist, seem to absorb the very light that touches them, casting an ambiance eerily reminiscent of a time long forgotten. Locals occasionally murmur about their encounters with inexplicable shadows flitting between the trees, voices echoing through the old halls on moonless nights, and chilling gusts of wind that sweep through the house cold enough to raise goosebumps. Built in 1830, Brough House was once a grand estate belonging to the pioneering Brough family, prominently involved in sheep farming. However, rumors swirl around the tragic fate of its inhabitants, particularly surrounding the early death of Lady Mary Brough, who met her untimely demise amidst mysterious circumstances. Some suggest foul play, while others speak of a broken heart. The family's legacy became tainted with misfortune, leading to accusations of madness and moral decay as declining fortune shadowed the estate. Chillier still are the reports of spectral figures seen in the upstairs windows, a figure clad in white thought to be Lady Mary herself, eternally searching for peace. The echoes of her sorrow resonate disturbingly within the decaying walls, with some visitors claiming to hear soft weeping mixed with a melancholic melody reverberating throughout the empty rooms. It beckons specters of sadness and confusion, challenging the bravest of souls who dare to wander through its haunted corridors. For those tempted by the allure of the paranormal, be warned, Brough House does not merely invite curiosity, but preys on the unsuspecting. There is a reason the doors of this forsaken place remain locked to the living. Enter if you wish, but be prepared to grapple with the secrets buried within the shadows where the past clings tightly, and the living might not be the only presence you'll encounter. Runnymede House, Tasmania. In the heart of Tasmania, where the thick foliage cloaks endless secrets, lies Runnymede House, an imposing Victorian mansion that yearns for the touch of daylight, yet remains shrouded in chilling shadows. Locals whisper stories of shadows that dart through its long-abandoned corridors, of footsteps echoing in the silence, a place where time seems to inch forward reluctantly. Built in 1835 by prominent landowner Thomas Anstey, Runnymede is a stunning example of colonial architecture. Yet behind its grand facade lurks a tapestry of sorrow and whispers of unrest. Rumors swirl among the townsfolk that the anguished spirits of its past remain tethered to this unsettling place. Unable to find peace as they wander the decaying halls, historians recall the haunting tragedy of the Anstey family, punctuated by a series of heartbreaks, including the death of Thomas's beloved wife, Elizabeth, who perished far too young. With her unexpected departure, the home's atmosphere darkened, and guests would later speak of a woman's mournful lullaby drifting through the air. echoing off the walls like a desperate plea for solace. Devices meant to measure paranormal activity have recorded inexplicable fluctuations around the upper floors, often where Elizabeth was last seen alive. Visitors claim to see a figure in a white gown flitting through the garden, an ethereal ghost searching for a lost love, or perhaps for a resolve that never comes. As twilight descends and the light fades to dusk, heed the stories of those who entered with curiosity only to leave with an unshakable dread. Runnymede House stands as a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the weight of unaddressed grief. Those who linger too long risk inviting the restless spirits that call this mansion home, an uninvited engagement with the past that may forever alter their perception of reality and haunt their memories beyond the realms of this world. As you approach, remember, it is said that the mansion remembers everyone who dares to cross its threshold. 5. Como House and Gardens, Victoria. In the serene heart of Victoria, Australia, Como House and Gardens stands as an elegant relic of the 19th century. Its graceful facade belied by whispers of an eerie presence that seems to echo through its hallowed halls. Locals often recount the chilling tales that weave around this historical estate, where stories of vanished spirits mingle with the fragrant air of the meticulously tended gardens. Originally built in 1847 for the wealthy army officer John H. R. de Lisle, Como House was meant to be a sanctuary of opulence, yet it has transformed into a stage for untold hauntings, striking fear into the hearts of those brave enough to linger as dusk falls. Among the persistent rumors is the spectral image of a young girl, often seen playing amidst the rose beds, her laughter echoing unsettlingly through the trees before fading into silence as you approach. Many suggest she is the ghost of a child who tragically fell ill within the estate's walls. This unsettling phenomenon can be attributed to the untimely deaths of family members, especially the young, who often succumb to sickness during that era. One haunting story details the fateful night when one of John's daughters, Caroline, was laid to rest here, with locals insisting they have seen her spectral form wandering the gardens, searching endlessly for something lost. Supporters of the supernatural elicit testimonies of cold drafts slicing through the air, sudden disembodied whispers, and even the inexplicable shifting of furniture in locked rooms, leading to further unease among visitors and staff alike. Before you step onto the estate's grounds, let this serve as a forewarning. The spirits that occupy Como House are not merely tales woven to frighten. They are remnants of a heart-wrenching past that still lingers, forever longing for resolution. Venture forth. But remember, some doors, once opened, can never be closed again. Six. Labassa Mansion, Victoria. Beneath the heavy canopy of ancient gum trees, Labassa Mansion looms in a spectral silhouette, its Victorian architecture echoing tales of grace and despair. The haunting beauty of this grand estate in Caulfield, Victoria, draws you in, yet whispers of its tragic past send a shiver down the spine of even the most stalwart visitor. Locals recount the eerie aura that blankets the property, where the winds seem to carry hushed conversations from another time. Built in 1890 for wealthy businessman Frederick A. M. B. Wright, Labassa's elegance was matched only by the tumultuous events that unfolded within its walls. After changing hands numerous times, whispers of misfortune became legends. A mysterious fire, untimely deaths, and a looming shadow of sorrow that eclipsed its former glory. In the dimly lit corridors, staff and guests alike report disembodied voices and fleeting glimpses of figures that vanish before the eye can focus. The sensation of being watched becomes palpable, amplifying the foundation of fear rooted in the mansion's history. Residents claim that one spirit in particular haunts the estate, the ghost of a former resident, Lady Margaret, who met her untimely demise within those very walls, leaving behind a trail of anguish. Her sorrowful wails reverberate through the halls, reputedly seeking solace that eludes her. A significant locator of her unrest is a grand ballroom, where guests have noted a drop in temperature and sudden flickers of lights, as if Lady Margaret is ever longing to reclaim her lost joys. But beware, as a visit to Labassa is not a trifling affair. Those who dare enter its domain may find themselves ensnared in a tapestry of lost souls, an intertwining of flesh and spirit, from a past that refuses to be forgotten. As night falls and shadows lengthen, remember to tread lightly, for in this mansion, the veil between the living and the dead is perilously thin. Word count, 339. Seven, Werribee Mansion, Victoria. In the haunting glow of the moonlight, Werribee Mansion rises from the shadows like a slumbering giant. Its Victorian architecture a stark reminder of a bygone era brimming with elegance and darkness. Nestled in the heart of Victoria, the mansion is not simply a relic of the 19th century, it is a scene of whispers, where marble columns stand guard over secrets stained by loss and despair. Locals have long held an insatiable curiosity regarding the mansion's haunted past, recounting stories of apparitions and eerie encounters. Tales circulate of a young servant girl whose spirit roams the sprawling grounds, her forlorn wails echoing through the night, a tragic reminder of those who served the grand estate. Werribee Mansion was originally the country residence of pastoralists Thomas and Margaret Churnside, whose ambition transformed the barren land into a luxurious estate. However, the grandeur belies a lingering trepidation tied to Margaret's mysterious death in 1887, leaving many to wonder whether her spirit remains tethered to her lost home. Visitors often report feeling an inexplicable chill as they traverse the opulent halls, with some claiming to feel an unseen presence trailing just out of sight, while others have captured fleeting images of shadows dancing in places where no light could touch. Scholars and ghost hunters alike have documented these chilling experiences, offering compelling evidence that the past continues to breathe within the mansion's walls. Yet, a warning looms. Approaching Werribee Mansion is not solely an invitation to witness its architectural splendor, but a gamble with the unknown. Those who choose to linger may find themselves ensnared by the energies of a bygone era. As dusk falls and shadows stretch like fingers across the grounds, one must confront the question, do you dare to uncover the somber histories that lie in wait behind the mansion's opulent facade? Eight, Old Government House, Adelaide, South Australia. At the heart of Adelaide, the formidable facade of Old Government House stands resilient, cloaked in whispers that echo through time, dangerous secrets swirling like autumn leaves around its imposing columns. Once the residence of the colony's governors from 1838 until 1914, this stately structure has long been shadowed by an atmosphere heavy with foreboding tales and unsettling phenomena that refuse to fade into the annals of history. Locals often recount the peculiar sounds that emanate from within its walls, muffled conversations, the soft hiss of footsteps on creaking floorboards, and occasional, chilling glimpses of apparitions only the brave dare to acknowledge. The most persistent story revolves around the tragic fate of a young housemaid, whose life abruptly ended within the confines of these historic halls, leaving behind an aura of sorrow that clings to the house. In the late 19th century, it is said she fell victim to a mysterious illness or perhaps an ill-fated love, dying under questionable circumstances, and many believe her spirit has become entwined with the building, longing to share her untold story. Visitors have reported ominous feelings as they traverse the grand staircase, the air thickening as they near the spot where she is believed to have died. Some dare to invoke her presence, believing she may reveal what has been lost to time, but those who encounter her are often left unnerved, feeling an inexplicable chill or a sorrowful gaze following them unseen. The renowned hauntings at Old Government House serve as a chilling warning. While some souls may seek solace in the shadows, others are trapped by the sorrow of their untold narratives. Beware the allure of history, for within walls that once housed power, the remnants of pain and despair still linger, and one must tread carefully. The spirits of Old Government House remind us that they are always watching, waiting to share the darkness of their past. Nine, Ayers House Museum, South Australia. In the dim, flickering light of dusk, as shadows creep across the grand structure of the Ayers House Museum in South Australia, whispers of woe hang in the air like a thick fog, beckoning the brave to unravel the dark tapestry woven into its history. Built in 1855, this stately mansion was the former residence of prominent politician Henry Ayers, who served as the Premier of South Australia. Yet, behind the noble facade lies a rich tapestry of intrigue and tragedy that has piqued the curiosity of local historians and ghost hunters alike, as rumors abound of spectral figures roaming the halls and cold spots that chill even the most fearless souls. The house was once a vibrant center for the elite, hosting lavish parties. But beneath its opulent veneer lurked despair and death. Stories circulated of misfortune befalling its inhabitants, including the harrowing tale of a young servant girl who tragically fell down the grand staircase, her spirit seemingly refusing to depart from the very place that claimed her life. Visitors and staff have reported fleeting glimpses of a disembodied figure in white, accompanied by the chilling sound of soft weeping echoing in the night, leaving many to wonder if this is the vengeful spirit of the lost girl, forever bound to the site of her demise. Indeed, investigations have revealed inconsistencies in temperature and orbs of light caught on camera, fueling a growing mythos around the house's haunted reputation. For those drawn to the paranormal, a chilling challenge awaits. Dare to wander its corridors alone at twilight and confront the ghosts that may linger there, acknowledging that this house holds its secrets close and may choose to tell its stories only to the deserving or perhaps the unwittingly brave. Do you have the courage to face the spirits that linger in the shadows, waiting to tell their harrowing tales of anguish and heartache? Vaucluse House, New South Wales. Beneath the sprawling boughs of ancient trees in Vaucluse, New South Wales, an unsettling atmosphere clings to the stately facade of Vaucluse House, a grand estate whose beauty belies the darker tales woven into its history. Erected in the early 19th century and gifted to the colonial aristocrat William Charles Wentworth, the mansion is a testament to both natural beauty and human ambition. Yet local whispers hint at a more sinister legacy. Residents in nearby suburbs recount chilling stories that echo through the lush gardens, claiming that the spirits of the past, particularly that of a distraught lady in white, still roam the estate, mourning a life forever lost. These ghostly sightings are often dismissed as remnants of urban legend, but for those who dare tread the grounds after sundown, the air thickens with a palpable tension that speaks to the tragedy nestled within the mansion's walls. In the 1860s, suffering grief from personal loss and a turbulent family life, Wentworth's descendants experienced significant tragedy. It is said that a young child met an untimely death within the confines of these very rooms, leaving behind an unfulfilled longing that echoes through time. Witness accounts describe the appearance of a small figure darting between the hedges at twilight, accompanied by soft, mournful cries that linger in the air like distant thunder, chilling the spine of even the most skeptical visitors. Yet, it is not merely the solitary specter that haunts Vaucluse House. Locals assert that the oppressive sadness often felt by those who linger too long is an invitation for deeper, more sinister forces that play with the boundaries of the living and the dead. As the evening descends and shadows stretch across the cobbled paths, one cannot help but feel the weight of history pressing down. A reminder that some spirits do not rest easily. Enter at your own risk, for herein lies a timeless warning. The past is never truly gone, and it waits just beneath the surface, ready to reclaim those who dare brush too close against its spectral veil. (11) Barwon Park Mansion, Victoria. In the heart of Victoria, nestled among a sprawling landscape of manicured gardens and dense bushland, stands Barwon Park Mansion, a Victorian-era marvel that exudes an aura of ghostly elegance. Its grandeur, with solid bluestone walls and imposing turrets, is juxtaposed with the chilling whispers of tragedy buried within its history. Locals speak of more than just the mansion's architectural beauty. Tales of spectral apparitions and unexplained occurrences have woven themselves into the fabric of the Barwon Park narrative. Stories of a former resident, the notorious Thomas Austin, who, in the 19th century, transformed the estate into a thriving sheep station, are imbued with ominous undertones. He was reputed to have had a dark side. Rumors swirl of mistreatment and a reluctance to share his fortunes, casting an unsettling shadow long after his departure. Yet, it is the specter of a young child seen roaming the dimly lit corridors that beckons the most fear from visitors. Local ghost hunters and enthusiasts have reported a chilling presence, claiming to encounter the faint echo of laughter, followed by a sudden, paralyzing coldness. Evidence of disturbed objects and flickering lights complicate the mansion's already flashy history, leading many to believe that the spirits bound within Barwon Park are not simply echoes of the past, but entities beckoning for recognition. Individuals attempting to capture the essence of the supernatural have often fled in fear, disconcerted by feelings of being watched or touched by an icy hand. But dare to tread within these haunting halls, and you may face the very essence of Barwon Park's twisted history. The mansion serves not only as a testament to architectural resilience, but also as a warning to those who approach. Some doors are meant to remain closed, and some shadows are not simply the results of dim lights. The thrill of uncovering its forgotten history may invite a darker fate than you expect. Blackrock House, Victoria. In the eerie stillness of the Australian night, Blackrock House looms over the craggy coastline of Victoria, its darkened silhouette a reminder of both beauty and despair. The dim facade, peppered with relics of the past, whispers of stories better left unsaid. It draws curious visitors, yet many flee before the sun surrenders to twilight. Locals have long spoken in hushed tones about the shadows that flicker behind its weathered windows and the inexplicable chill that wraps around the property, as if the very air recoils from its haunted history. Built in 1856 as a residence for a wealthy family, this grand Victorian structure soon became a hub for the railway and maritime explorers, but it has since transformed into a canvas for darker memories. Tales of tragic events flood the air, whispered legends of the woman in white, believed to be the spirit of a grieving mother who lost her child in the house, and the cries of sailors lost at sea, their spirits entwined with those of the dwelling. The most compelling account involves Daniel McGowan, a former resident who met a tragic end rumored to have been driven to madness by the property's dark energy. He vanished one moonless night, only to have his presence felt ever since. People have reported disembodied voices, chilling drafts, and the unmistakable sensation of being watched. Some have even captured spectral apparitions, lingering in the corners of their photographs. But the true horror lies not in the ghostly figures that roam the halls, but in the warnings given by those who dared to stay too long. Tales of persistent nightmares, glimpses of loved ones in distress, and the disquieting feeling of being drawn towards the sea. Visitors are urged to tread carefully. For Blackrock House, this haunted sentinel of the past harbors stories that could lure even the most skeptical soul into an abyss of despair from which they may never return. Wolston Farmhouse, Queensland. In the shadows of the Australian bush, Wolston Farmhouse stands as a crooked silhouette against the night sky, an eerie echo of its storied past. Built in the early 19th century, this Queensland relic is said to be haunted by the very spirits that tread its creaking floorboards. Locals frequently whisper of the heavily laden atmosphere that envelops the farmhouse, a thick dread that hangs in the air, as if the walls themselves are imbued with the sorrow and despair of its former inhabitants. Once home to the prominent Wolston family, who initially settled the land in the 1850s, the farmhouse became a place of tragedy, punctuated by tales of high mortality, mental illness, and whispers of clandestine deeds performed beneath its roof. Over the years, visitors have reported experiences of unnerving phenomena, distant footsteps when no one is there, the soft cries of children resonating from dark corners, and even the sudden chill of an unseen presence brushing past. The tragic history of this place is magnified by the heart-wrenching story of Emily, the daughter of the original owners, who succumbed to illness young, after which her spirit reportedly lingered in the home, forever trying to find solace. Some accounts describe a ghostly figure in a white dress roaming the grounds at twilight, endlessly seeking her lost family. The farmhouse itself has been the subject of notable investigations, with paranormal researchers claiming to have captured disembodied voices on recording, laughter, and even fleeting images of spectral figures in their photographs. Those who dare to explore this haunted realm should proceed with caution. The weight of history bears down heavily, and some wise locals advise against venturing near the property after sunset. For the brave souls who choose to unearth the hidden truths of Wolston Farmhouse, be warned, darkness has a way of clinging to those who seek it, revealing memories that refuse to fade and a past that is as restless as the spirits believed to wander its desolate halls. Quattordici. Newstead House, Queensland, nestled amidst the whispers of ancient trees in Queensland. Newstead House looms like a spectral guardian of its dark past, shrouded in the shadows of time and haunted by the echoes of its previous inhabitants. This stately mansion, built in 1846, has long been the focal point of local legends, perpetuating tales of ghostly apparitions and unexplainable occurrences that chill the spine of even the bravest souls. Residents and visitors alike report strange phenomena: doors that creak open without a hand to push them, apparitions spotted in the corners of one's eye, and an overwhelming sense of dread that permeates the air as the sun dips below the horizon. The origins of these eerie tales can be traced back to the tragic history of Newstead House. Built by the convict-turned landowner Andrew Petrie, the mansion reflects a tumultuous period of Queensland's development, a time fraught with hardship and loss. It's said that the restless spirit of Petrie's first wife, who succumbed to heartache and illness shortly after the house's construction, still wanders its halls, longing for the peace she never found in life. Visitors have spoken of a motherly figure appearing in the dim glow of candlelight, looking forlorn and searching for her lost children amidst the elegant but decaying furnishings of the home. What adds to the disquiet of this place is the tangible history embedded in the very walls. The eerie sound of footsteps, the glimpse of a shadow flitting past a window, and the cold spots that linger in certain rooms have been investigated by numerous paranormal enthusiasts, all attempting to unravel the mysteries of Newstead House. They've captured orbs in photographs and recorded unexplained voices, suggesting that the line between this world and the next is especially thin here. As you approach Newstead, the weight of its legacy becomes palpable, beckoning the curious and the skeptical alike. But be warned, not all who venture into its haunted embrace return unchanged. (15) Franklin House, Tasmania. In the quiet, windswept town of Franklin, Tasmania, a sinister aura clings to the Franklin House, a historic dwelling that has borne witness to centuries of tragedy and heartbreak. Its decaying timber and cracked facades stand as a testament to stories untold. A house so steeped in the echoes of the past that the very walls seem to whisper secrets to those brave enough to venture near. Locals speak in hushed tones of the apparitions that flicker in the periphery of their vision. A sorrowful figure of a woman, clad in Victorian garb, who wanders the halls, her gaze forever fixed upon something lost. These tales often lead to hushed conversations about John Franklin, the famed explorer who once resided there, and the inextricable connection between his aspirations and the darker elements that the house harbors. Beyond its association with Franklin, the house is steeped in tragic history that has manifested into otherworldly phenomena. It is said that in the mid-19th century, during its early years, a devastating fire claimed part of the structure, resulting in the ghastly death of a young child trapped within its walls. Witnesses have reported hearing the faint, anguished cries of a child echo through the night, a chilling sound that resonates with unsuspecting visitors and sends shivers down the spine. Paranormal investigators have recorded strange electromagnetic fluctuations and cold spots throughout the house, phenomena often attributed to restless spirits. One particularly harrowing account involves a seasoned medium who claimed to have felt an icy grip on her shoulder, only to turn and face the spectral visage of the grieving mother searching endlessly for her lost child. But heed this warning. The Franklin House is a realm where the past bleeds into the present, and its spirit-laden corridors may steep you in an unsettling melancholy you cannot shake. Those who dare enter may find themselves unearthing more than just history. They may awaken something dormant and unforgiving, a restless specter longing to share its sorrow. And there you have it, the top 15 haunted houses in Australia. If you enjoyed this spine-chilling journey, don't forget to give us a like and subscribe for more eerie adventures. We've got a thrilling video lined up next, diving into Australia's ghost towns, places where spirits linger and history haunts every corner. Stay tuned and keep your lights on. You won't want to miss it.